All right, so this is an important concept. It's process versus an event, okay? And I want you to think about this. Most people, unless it's acute trauma, if you had a car accident, if you were fine, you had a car accident, you had a slip and fall, a work injury, a sports injury, you lifted something and you injured something, that's like 25% of the time. That's like an acute trauma, which you can say, okay, that caused my issue. Let's call it, back pain, neck pain, whatever. 75% of the time, it's usually like an accumulation of stress, okay? It's the person that's saying, it's been on and off for years. I didn't do one thing, or maybe it was an old injury and it becomes chronic. That's most problems. So even, acute injuries, a lot of times it happens to an area that was injured in the past, okay? So if you can understand that concept, this is super important. If it was a process that caused the issue, it's not going to be one event that's going to correct it or fix it. It's really important if you get this concept for your health, with all aspects of health, by the way. It's not going to be one adjustment that's going to fix it. Matter of fact, the adjustment, yes, it can have that effect where the person gets off the table and it's like, oh my God, that helped with my pain immediately, or that helped with my symptom immediately. I've had that happen. I've had people with sinus issues, all of a sudden it just opens up. We had a kid that he hit his head in the car, like getting into the car. He was having actually concussion symptoms of a concussion. And, he was definitely feeling like brain fog and dizziness and just wasn't feeling good. He was 12 years old. And basically what happened was I adjusted him. And after that first adjustment, it was like life-changing for him because he was just feeling like really unsteady. He's 12. You know what? Younger people respond quicker. So sometimes it does happen. We had a 15-year-old that was having some back pain. He said it was like from playing basketball, whatever it may be. One adjustment was like life-changing. Now I told them, listen, just because the symptom went away doesn't mean you should stop, because I showed them the x-rays and they had things going on the x-rays. Like, we didn't correct that in one visit. All right. But I want this to sink in with you, because a lot of times, people are looking for that one thing that they can do to just fix this process, right? And it's been a process of accumulated stress. So one event's not going to fix it. Matter of fact, a lot of times the healing happens between the adjustments. It's kind of like going to the gym. Like, you work out, and then usually when the muscle breaks down and then it rebuilds, right? It takes time, right? So it's kind of in between the workout sessions that the muscles are actually repairing and building, if that makes sense. So process versus an event. Now, how long is it going to take for you to heal? Well, there's a lot of factors involved with that. What phase of degeneration? How long has the problem been going on for? How old are you? A bunch of other factors also to do with someone's health and how they heal. But basically, if you can just understand it, listen, it's a process. Give yourself a little grace. Give yourself time. All right, hope that makes sense, because we've gotten questions about that. Like, people get off the table and be like, oh, it still hurts. It's like, listen, the adjustment doesn't always have that immediate miraculous effect. Matter of fact, most of the time it doesn't. Most of the time, it's a process. Even when I get adjusted, it's not like I get off and it's like, sometimes I'm like, oh man, that was a huge change. My posture, my range of motion, pain's less. Sometimes, and I've been getting adjusted for years and years on a weekly basis. Other times it's kind of like, the adjust and the next step, like, oh, I notice a difference. I'll sleep better that night. I'll notice more flexibility, stuff like that. All right, have a good day.